Welcome back. It's time now for the business day. Gas prices are going down tomorrow for the first time in 15 weeks. A litre of 87 and 90 gasoline will sell for $3.06 less. Automotive and ultra-low sulfur diesel, as well as kerosene, will also cost $3.06 less. The price of propane will decline $2.08 and butane is down $2.94. Now, oil prices rose more than 4% today after a ship ran aground in the Suez Canal in Egypt. Worries that the incident could tie up crude shipments gave prices a boost after a slide over the last week. Oil for delivery in April gained $2.12 to settle at $59.88 per barrel. The International Monetary Fund and the World Bank are calling on governments to reduce export tariffs in an effort to boost global trade and economic recovery. The multilateral agencies made the call during a webinar yesterday.
For many years, Jamaican manufacturers and exporters have lobbied for export tariffs to be reduced. Now, IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva and World Bank President David Malpass believe that the strength of the recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic will rely heavily on trade facilitation within and across borders. They agree that current trade policies are restrictive. That's why the IMF Managing Director is making this call.
To accelerate that growth in trade, policymakers can act at national level, for example, reducing import tariffs, simplifying custom procedures, cutting export duties. And these measures can be complemented by international efforts to address the reform of the global trade system.
Global trade declined by 9.6% last year. However, trade volumes are expected to grow 8.5% this year and 6.5% in 2022. Mr. Malpass says his organization is prepared to help governments accelerate that growth by crafting more effective export policies.
It's now time, I think, to lower tariffs and regulatory restrictions, and we work with countries directly to try to support those efforts. And it's notable as we think of the range of environmental goods and services to try to have those barriers allow for better environment and climate trade to progress.
He says greater trade facilitation will help to create more jobs, especially for smaller enterprises.
We're putting out a new World Bank report on the distributional impacts of trade. That's what it's called. It'll be released next month, and it shows that trade can increase the opportunities for workers in developing countries to enter into the formal economy, but only if they're able to access export-oriented jobs, and that means improving worker mobility. Andrew
Laidley, TVJ News.
To currency trading now, it ended with the US dollar selling for $145.86. The Canadian dollar sold for $117.12. The pound sterling is going for $203.36, while the euro closed at $172.57. The JSE index gained 966 points today, and the junior market index is up 5 points. Among today's winners were 138 Student Living Variable Preference Shares, Main Event, Margaritaville Turks US dollar shares, Iron Rock Insurance, and Salada Foods. On the losing side were 138 Student Living Ordinary Shares, Stationery and Office Supplies, Siboney Group, Jetcon Corporation, and Epley 8.25%. And that's it for the Business Day. International stories when we return.